mission statement for the library. But I want to see us with like a catchy slogan for the library. And I don't have anything to say on that right now, and I haven't thought too hard on it, but it is something that I want to have going forward with the new library, like some library jargon, future exploration. Or
We need like Don Draper in here for this.
Yeah, we do.
Something in the open bar.
We do.
That's how Don Draper did it.
Yeah. So we need to start thinking about that tagline too, and I don't have any info on that yet. So if you all have any thoughts.
Tagline, you mean
Tagline.
more than the 3-word thing?
No, the 3-word
Just the
thing.
3-word
Just the
thing.
3-word
Just the
thing.
Just the
3-word
3-word thing.
Yeah.
That's the tagline.
Yeah.
This
Okay.
was stressed
You know.
in all those classes also I took
Right.
with Nichols
It's a
about missions.
slogan.
It's bringing
Right.
it right down to something that, it's
Right.
catchy, succinct, not that easy to do, but
Yeah.
No.
So just 3 words that quantify what we want out of
It
the
could
mission
be
statement.
get
Could
away
be
with
4
fun.
words.
Could be 4
Yeah.
Well, no, I meant
No,
like the
but-
3 words like that she did here. Imagine, discover, connect, or
Yeah.
what that everybody's doing.
Right,
That's
that
what we're
kind
looking
of,
for.
yeah, but
Right,
I mean,
yep.
think about, like, Nike, just do it,
Just do it.
go with
Yeah.
that kind of thing, that's what you're after, right? That kind of a slogan kind of.
Imagine books. Books,
Yeah.
books.
Are there any
Read, refresh,
logos
renew.
that
Right.
emphasize the notion that the library is really about people and about people getting together?
I think it's clear that everyone wants that for the new library, that it's a community center and getting together. It's not just coming here to check out a book. I feel like it has to have some kind of community as part of it, because that's the direction that we're going in.
So where did Imagine, Discover, and Connect come from?
She just pulled that out of
Huh?
She just pulled it out of
Yeah, Katie
Katie
threw
just
that on
came
there.
up with it, and
Because that's one of
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was thinking, again, share, learn, grow, that type of thing.
Narrow it down.
Another thought, the communities, it's like a community square, it's where people come together.
Mm-hmm.
It's like your community square, something like that.
emphasizing the community
Yeah,
part.
yeah, that's the part I'd like to emphasize. That's why I think a book is just not gonna do it. It's,
Yeah. Anybody else?
What did
have-
you say?
I said read, refresh, renew.
Hmm.
we ain't just books.
Just more than,
like
more
that.
than,
That was
hard
more
for
than
you to
books,
do, wasn't
not just
it?
books.
I saw him cringe. Eight actually came out of your mouth. I'm so impressed. Are you okay?
Yeah. But there was a store down in New Jersey that their slogan was, "We ain't just paint."
I remember them. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do remember them.
So if anybody else has other logo ideas or tagline ideas, please let me know. I'm going to be working on that, and you too. And I have to, I know Norma's not going to be back for a little bit, but let me see. The other thing I wanted to talk about was our web presence and the Facebook and the website, and I know we've been talking about that. And then Matt, on the last, when we met on Friday, we were talking about possibly updating the policy as it
Mhm.
relates to like sharing and
Right.
internet sort of things.
Social media policy. needs
And who has
definitely-
access. And
Right.
So,
I'll be able to pull something together to be voted on it or added to the policy handbook by next meeting.
okay.
It just sets parameters for who can and can't and should and.
I think that's really important, and my idea for all of this is many people are on social media, and the way that the library's Facebook is currently set up, and the website and everything, it's not very interactive, and I want to see people like engaging with it and sharing their photos or sharing a book review or sharing their thoughts on the library. So I think that the staff should be taking pictures of all the things that are going on here and posting them and sharing it so everybody sees like, oh wow, there's, you know, all these people at the library having fun and I'm at home on my computer. I should come down. So yeah, so the that needs to get done and then hope that can get done quickly, right? Would you say?
Yeah. The only trouble we run into with posting pictures is just that you do have to be careful with the kids and stuff. But we have forms that they can fill out. But as far as the policy goes, I'll have to look at. It shouldn't be hard to get by next meeting. 2 weeks. I can do it.
Yeah.
I wish I was more savvy with this stuff myself, so I could help more with it. But yeah, we can get that together.
Okay, great.
Is there a community calendar for, I went on to the village and the town websites, and they have calendars with the meetings, various meetings. And the
Chronicle has one, right?
Yeah, the
Chronicle
Chronicle
has
does.
one on the,
There's,
is it the Chronicle or the Indy?
The Chronicle has one on their
Indy
website.
has one.
Okay. Oh, on the
Do they?
website?
Yeah.
The Indy has one on the back page.
On the back page.
Yeah,
Sure.
Right,
there is discussion on the village putting something together too.
yeah, I think that would be helpful.
The village has their smartphone app, and there's a calendar portion to that, but it's not updated just yet.
So what
They're
are
probably
you
working towards it.
suggesting, a comprehensive
Well,
activity
I was just
calendar
thinking,
for
the
us?
junior friends were trying to pick a date to do this history camp, and they come up with a date toward the end of August, and then inadvertently they discovered that there's some sort of a big community day in the park.
Oh,
But there was no, I know we went to the village website and the town website, we didn't see it listed there. So
Joint track.
it was probably, does Joint Rec have its own website,
I believe
calendar?
so, yes.
Mhm.
So, I don't know, if all the different groups fed into,
Mm-hmm.
it's a one
it'd be
calendar,
easier.
yeah.
So that'd be great if the village took the lead on that.
Yeah, there's been talk in the Goshen 2020 forums that have been held.
That
Right.
was one of the things I suggested when I filled out the questionnaire, was to have like a central calendar and like big info list, like in one spot, that all the,
Like phone numbers, addresses for different
well,
days.
not only like a huge Goshen events calendar, like what's going on in Goshen, and like a very comprehensive like business listing of, you know, all the things that
Well, shouldn't the Chamber
Was
of
gonna
Commerce
say
be
the Chamber did
responsible
some
for
of
this
that.
sort of thing?
yeah.
That's really what the Chamber ought to be doing,
Mhm.
correct?
But they deal with businesses.
Yeah,
They
but
deal
they're
with
not just
businesses
taking this
only.
community group.
That's what they're
No,
about.
they don't. They're supposed to deal with the whole community.
Well, just saying.
I'm just saying, that's, everybody pays dues into it. That sort of thing ought to be on the Chamber. The
Who pays
comprehensive
dues
was
into?
people who join the Chamber pay
Chamber.
dues. We pay
Well,
dues.
chamber.
The library pays
Oh, you
dues.
mean we as the library board?
Right,
Oh,
we as
okay.
the library
But
join in,
individuals
anybody who's a
just
member
pay.
of the board, a member of the chamber pays for it. I'm just saying that even as a community service, they should have a listing of all the businesses in town on them. And if you actually paid in, have a nicer listing.
They do have members, I thought.
They do have members, but
Yeah,
they don't have
on their
a-
website, us, I mean, maybe not, maybe they don't have a link for us.
I actually don't know.
To
I
take
looked
us
at
to
the
a site,
website.
but
The last time I went on there, it's all about the Great American Weekend and very little else.
maybe front
Occasionally,
page, but
it's, occasionally the farmer's market, but
I think they do have links.
I think they
Yeah.
do too.
I'll have to look at it
Yeah,
again.
so if you're looking for a particular kind of business, you can click on it.
Right,
Members.
right, for members, right.
Members.
Yep.
Anyway, anything else?
I don't think so. I think that's all from me
Alright,
relating to that.
okay. Anything else for community resources?
I liked your tagline.
What's
I
that?
like your tagline.
Which one?
Imagine, discover, connect.
That wasn't
was
mine
hers.
personally, but it's on
I
this.
thought it came out of the air.
Yeah, no,
Katie did it.
it came out of the air from
Oh,
Katie, but it was
okay.
on this.
I like Katie's tagline.
Yeah.
All right.
I do too.
That's nice.
Why, I'm just curious, why on the logo was the logo smack in the center between Goshen and Public Library? Or what was the,
Yeah, it's a lot of
Historical Society was mentioned.
because
That's very
and
good.
historical society fit
Oh,
nicely
fit
down
under-
here.
okay,
Underneath
okay.
If
that.
anybody, if
Interesting,
you
okay.
guys can
Got
see,
it.
yeah.
There's a lot of empty space on the sides.
But yeah, this wasn't. This was just one that she had done. I don't have
Oh,
any
okay.
more, but it can be expanded to be across
Oh.
all that. But that's the blue more or less.
Got it.
Like it, don't like it.
That's kind of a federal blue, which would fit right in.
Yeah.
This is the Benjamin Moore. What they have, there's a palette you're allowed to use to
Yeah.
paint buildings in the village.
Yeah,
And I can't remember what it's Benjamin Moore something. but
Yeah.
That looks like the blue. I think that's good. Okay, Human Resources Committee. We met and we went over the evaluations from the previous board. You guys didn't work with him for a whole year, so we had the previous board evaluate now.
Mhm.
He's the board's only employee, so we evaluated him and decided that he's wonderful and we didn't want him to leave, so we gave him a raise.
Excellent.
Amen.
And it's in keeping with the salary schedule that the board pre-approved a couple of years ago, so it's all raised.
And it's a mere token of our appreciation.
Absolutely, we'd pay you
Generous,
more,
thank you
but we'd
very
break
much.
the banks, so, and we don't. Yes. Okay,
Thank you. It was, I thought, it was generous, thank you very much.
you're very welcome. So, I think that's it for the Human Resources Committee. Sunshine Committee?
Nothing to report on the Sunshine Committee that I'm aware of.
Alright, cool.
Our solvency is
We're solving.
solvent.
Well, as long as we didn't have to send any bouquets to anyone,
Right.
that's a good thing. And the Friends,
Well, the big thing there, of course, is the Great American Weekend Book Sale.
right, that's Friday afternoon and Saturday?
The Great American Weekend Book Sale. And we're going to try something a little different this year, which is that we're going to set up the books on Friday, probably starting around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And then from 3 to 5 or 3 to 6, all of the members of Friends and the library staff as well are invited to come for a pre-sale.
The board members too.
The board members
That's
too.
right.
And each will receive a free book.
Since I donated half of them, probably won't show up.
Give it back.
I'm gonna get one of my own books back.
And something else, I don't know, besides a free book. But anyway,
Raffle ticket?
oh, raffle, thank you. Raffle ticket, free raffle ticket. You know, we have the clock
Oh, right.
that Jim Levite made, and
Oh, very nice.
what's the other thing he made?
Keepsake,
Wow.
chest.
The chest.
Yeah,
I think I love that.
It's beautiful.
that's lovely.
Yeah, so free raffle ticket.
Oh, very nice.
Nice.
So maybe that free raffle ticket will prime the pump, and you'll buy some more
There
to
you
go with it.
You're lonely.
Do you have enough
The sale
volunteers?
will actually be Saturday.
The sale,
Set up is
open to the
on
public
Friday.
is Saturday.
Yeah,
And
and
we
just
have
Saturday.
quite a few volunteers, actually. The junior friends, I think there are 7 or 8 of them that are
Mhm.
coming.
They're selling water bottles.
They're selling water,
Mhm.
and they're selling coffee table books. And they have a banner to put on their table that
Oh,
says
wow.
the junior friends of
Right.
the,
Mhm.
et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah,
So they're psyched.
yeah.
You know, Jim, it just occurs to me that Laura had us put both dates up. She specifically said put up on your.
On both dates?
So I don't know. You know, we have the Friday.
I think if people show up, I
It's
guess we'll
fine.
just stay.
Okay.
You're not gonna turn them away. You're not doing it on Sunday, right? Just
Right.
Friday and Saturday.
And the library will be open for the hours of the sale, so that people can use the restroom, etc.
When's your next Friends meeting?
I don't have it off the top of my head, but I'll get it to you.
Okay. I heard it might be July 21st.
Is that a Tuesday?
Yeah,
That's, I think you're right then.
okay.
That sounds right. I'll verify that.
Okay, thank you. Do junior friends need any help?
They seem to be moving along very smoothly right now, but I will let you know. They are working on this history camp, which is like an initial experiment, and they were gonna go August 22nd on Saturday, but then that was gonna have the conflict, so I think they're going August 15th. and they would like to hold this little camp, which is basically going to consist of either 4 tables and 4 stations, and the kids that, they're going to limit the sign up for 5th and 6th graders to about 12 to 15 kids. It's a very small group. But at each table there will be a different historical aspect of Goshen. It'll be an activity that the kid does at the table while they talk about that person or whatever it is that they're talking about.
Nice.
So I don't know what we need to get permission to do that out at the park. You said there was insurance.
There's insurance, I'll double check, make sure, but I don't see any reason why they couldn't use it as long as everyone's in agreement.
They thought an outdoor, I mean, they could try to do it here on the lawn, just we're not there. More parking. And Mrs. Knight is going to meet with them, 'cause she's done this type of thing before. So that's big.
Well, I got a letter from the Friends inviting us to participate as a team for the Goshen Trivia Night, and it's September 18th. Any takers?
So that, what that means is that there will be a team of 3 people,
With
and
1 or 2 alternates.
need at least 1 alternate. And hopefully the people that are on the team will have some knowledge of Goshen, which is hard if you haven't lived here very long. I'm sure the other teams won't mind if we embarrass ourselves.
I'm sure it'll be enjoyable.
They would like it, I think.
Yeah, I think they would get a kick out of that.
This is the
And
dinner.
The dinner. Yeah, this is the,
it's September 18th. It's the
it's the 19th.
the Villa
isn't it?
Venezia.
19th is Saturday.
It's a Saturday night, I think.
Oh, it says September 18th.
Oh, then I'm wrong, it's the 18th.
It's on a Friday.
You sure?
It's the letter says on September 18th.
Huh, okay, if it is, then.
I don't know more about
Yeah,
it than
you-
what is in
yeah,
the
no,
letter,
I'm
so.
sure that's right. I
Okay.
think we talked about Friday or
Yeah,
Saturday.
that was,
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So it's a Friday night.
Well, it's pretty much the first 7 teams that respond get picked as participants. So if we drag our feet, we'll get out of it.
Well, there has not been a land.
I mean,
I mean, there hasn't been a land rush, I must
Yeah.
say.
right, but we have, Jim made an excellent point that once a trustee, always a trustee. So we could
Oh.
probably, recruit a few, former members of the
Yes.
board whose families have been here
If
forever.
looking for somebody,
You're in?
I'm in.
I think you'd be good.
I've done I've done it before. We
Okay.
we
Is
did
your
pretty
ringer- that
good.
would be good.
I'm no ringer.
Yeah.
I just studied beforehand.
You just
Just
studied
go to
beforehand.
the Goshen WikiLeaks page.
That's right. We'll
Other
Ann
information.
quiz you. We'll get you flashcards.
So should.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know, we could just keep talking about this for a while.
Right, I can't do it because I would help with the questions.
Right,
So.
likely excuse.
Oh.
Is this a fundraiser? Like
No,
it's a dinner?
trustees.
It's a
Well,
dinner,
yeah,
it's
market
$50 a
was
person, beer, wine, buffet, starts at 6, there's hors d'oeuvres and dinner. And then there's then the games begin, and your team walks away with bragging rights. So you just go, I know more about Goshen than everybody else. I think that's pretty much it, right?
Right.
There's no grand
Right.
prize or
It's
anything.
a very
It's a
fun
lot of
event.
fun.
Yeah, that's what
A
I
lot
hear,
of
it's a
laughs.
lot of fun, yeah.
People have a lot of fun.
Right.
So it's $50 per
I'm
person.
surprised how much fun you could have embarrassing yourself.
Yeah, right. It's all in good fun. But it's $50 a person for a nice night out. So, yeah. I'm
So should we go ahead and tell them that we'll find 3
we'll find a
people?
team. I'm sure we can wrangle 3 people into doing
Okay,
this.
do you
right?
wanna let them know, or want me to let Mary Troy know?
I can email her since
Okay.
she sent me the letter. I'll
Okay,
take
that'd be
responsibility for
appropriate
it.
if you did that.
Right. Okay. I won't trick this off on you.
Why don't you tell her that we may be using some Maritime members of the
Sure.
trustees, just-
Okay. Just to be on the safe side. All right then. Okay. Anything else from the Friends? That's it, right?
I think that's it.
Okay. Unfinished business. Grant possibilities. I think that's you.
I have nothing new. I was out of
Nothing new.
town.
Okay.
Question though, has anyone contacted the Assemblyman's office about grants from the state?
Scopus?
Yeah, Scoopus.
Don't look at me.
Oh, what? I'm not gonna you made
Well,
a face.
no, I know
Should we be
James
waiting on that
is-
until we get the referendum passed? I mean, is it because,
Well, I'm not sure exactly how their calendar works. You
giving
know
them
what
a
I'm
head,
saying?
giving them a heads up is
Yeah,
a good
not
thing?
necessarily.
Okay.
You know, just putting it. No.
I don't know what he would do if it's not firm. You know,
Well,
how
if we
much
don't-
effort
We can
he
ask
put
him.
into it.
If we don't talk, if nobody talks to him before the RCLS breakfasts, we can flag him down there. Whoever goes to the RCLS breakfast.
When is that?
That's October, right?
September.
okay.
September.
Yes.
Yeah, I can look up
It's a
the
Friday
exact
usually.
date.
Yes.
First week in November.
September sometime, second or third Friday in September usually. Same place as last couple times I thought.
No, Mount Fuji this time.
Where?
Mount Fuji in Suffern, Kilburn.
Really?
They had to move it. Well, they got a better deal than the golf course, and they actually moved it so that it could be closer to Rockland, and see if they get more people in Rockland coming. So.
Okay. Now, new business. The SEQR lead agency resolution. I gave it to you? That's in my file, right? Here we go. Do I have to read this whole thing?
No, it was emailed to us, I mean, these are copies, so
Okay,
obviously.
all right.
Basically, says we're gonna be the lead agency.
We're the
right?
lead agency,
Yeah.
right, so, has everyone had a chance to, all right, why don't we take a minute, everybody can just read it over, and then we'll have a motion to adopt. Yeah.
No, it says, the last sentence, stormwater will be managed with an on-site detention, not retention. I'm not sure of the difference, but I guess that's cool. I don't know. Detention. I thought it would usually be retention, but
That could be your,
that's just me.
yeah, why don't you ask, when you get back
Okay.
to him, ask him if that should be retention. That makes sense.
That won't change anything if we, vote on
Right.
it the way it is,
Right.
right? Okay, so can I have a motion to,
I'll make the motion.
thank you, Jim. Second? Emily? And all in favor?
Aye.
Alright.
All opposed? Nobody, okay. Thank you very much. That was easy. Anything else under new business?
What about the Silesian meeting? Is that gonna happen? Or
What are you talking about? The,
Oh,
new building
oh.
committee with,
Was 6.
where Joint Rec wanted
Right.
all those parties concerned
Joint,
to meet
I got a call
Thursday.
from Peg Lyons,
okay.
because there are lots of discussions about the, I guess I sent an email to everybody on this.
Yeah.
About what's gonna happen to that building, the
school building.
Yeah,
Okay.
and the town, and the village, I guess, are contemplating basically selling it to a developer who will then knock it down and put in houses and
Oh no.
whatever.
No.
Well, that's one of the things that I heard.
You heard houses?
I heard houses because the property there goes all the way
Goes
back
way
to, is it Coleman Road?
Coldenham.
Coleman Road, and there
Oh,
was a discussion of those lots being part of the deal.
Well, I think that it's premature to even say it because I think it's very complex because of the grant that was it $250,000. There was a grant that they got. Actually, the reason why it's passive park, and I don't know if that would be proper to get a grant to pay for property that you then sell. But anyway, so is there a meeting this Thursday?
It's this Thursday?
It was,
Is that firm?
I think was it 7 o'clock?
Yeah.
So in the
Yeah,
evening, that
it's in
sounds
the
right.
email.
It's this Thursday.
And they wanted all the constituents, the library and the village and the rec and the town, and she even asked if the Friends could have somebody come to meet there and to, I guess, contemplate the way it might be used and how to deal with the issue.
This is something the community would have a say in.
They ought to,
Think.
yes.
Something
Well,
like
this
that.
group is not gonna make a final decision, but
No. So
if the group decided to recommend something,
well,
Mm.
actually, I met Norma at CVS, and she told me what she always wanted to see there, and I thought it was a great idea. Botanical garden, and have some, education, maybe in farming or, in botanics. But yeah.
well, a lot of towns have community gardens.
Yeah, sure.
Where people, they can't really garden in the backyard, there's too much shade and the rabbits are attacking them. But if you set up something there and you pay like $50 for the summer or something, you have a piece of land that's protected.
That's such a nice idea.
Yeah, it was a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so too.
So,
So,
So, would you say they got a grant to buy the land? Is that what they did? Yeah.
when the park was created,
Right, when the park was
Right.
created, that's right.
so you said you could make that meeting, right?
I would make it.
Okay.
I usually have something going on that night.
But this Friday, this Thursday, you're good?
but it's worth it.
Huh?
This Thursday, you're good?
Well, I'd go late to
Okay.
Yeah.
bagpipes.
I'll try and go too. I intend
If
to
it's-
go.
Well, we need a representative from the board, so if you wanna be representative, then you would take some pressure off you, but you can both go if you want, it's up to you. If I go, it would be I'll be representing Friends.
Okay.
And it's at 7 o'clock, right?
That's what
Yeah,
the
they gotta meet in
email
the
said,
park.
yeah.
Yeah, 7 o'clock at night in the park.
Wonky.
Which
Well-
kinda makes the meeting not gonna last for more than an hour, cause the park closes
Oh, I
when it
think
gets
that-
dark.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I found that out when getting thrown out twice. At dusk. What
dusk.
time is dusk?
I know, it's arbitrary is what it is. Anyway,
Yeah.
alright,
Finds me up to hear that.
What? Oh, I do too, I
well,
feel the same way.
they tried to build on the back end of that lot that's right behind the, right across from Hamiltonian and right behind the Veteran Cemetery.
Yeah, it's,
They're taking over the road.
yeah.
It screwed up the water table, it would really, do you remember that? That was not great.
What portion would be for sale? Like all of it or like a piece of it?
They're saying where the school is, and then just back. I don't know
Straight
how
back.
far, how many acres back, but
Yeah, I think it goes all the way back to the Veteran Cemetery, doesn't it?
could very well. Which
I think it
don't know,
does.
that-
I actually
that's-
don't know for
that's
sure.
marshes.
It
a lot
is,
of
it's a
it's
marsh
Part of
behind
wetlands,
there.
yeah.
Yeah,
Beautiful old Tim Burton's tree there
it
too.
is, it is.
It's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
you should fill with something and then make it like an official landmark and you can't touch it.
But this is in lieu of paying to knock down the building, the problem is the building.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
it's
that's the only
asbestos
problem.
and whatnot, right? Isn't
Right.
there remediation
That's right.
problems with
The
it?
Oh, we
figure
could look
that
at our
I
report.
was mentioned is $1 million to knock it down, I don't know if that's an accurate.
Yeah.
How
Number.
well
Well, you know,
they
while they're
pursued
here
that.
knocking down the county building, maybe they could take us a salad.
Yeah.
It's like when you're done.
At lunch, give them a few bucks.
That's right, you know, what's one more little building, honestly, after that?
As all of Goshen goes, what was that sound?
Nobody will know.
Cloud of dust.
There you go. Just keep your window closed.
And we have to take the chimney down then. Damn it.
Alright, so is there any other new business?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Norma and I went to Community Foundation to talk to them about what they could do for us in terms of collecting or kind of storing funds while we build a new library for donations. Thank you. Yeah. And the woman Elizabeth Rowley had a lot of good things to say. And the short of it is, they handle, well, pass these out. This is a folder of stuff that you should read and bring back next time. because next meeting she'll actually be here to talk about all
So
this.
she'll be here for the first July meeting?
Yeah. And
Okay.
the where's the good bit? This is a large portion of the information. Oh, there might be one more. Is there one more for
This-
Carol?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right here.
Did Norma have that?
Yeah. So this pamphlet here that opens up, there are pages here that list all the funds that they currently manage. And what happens is they manage these funds as a whole. So that's they get interest, what do you call it? Investment. They get investments. The money they make from investments are on the fund as a whole. And then all these funds, most of these are some of these may or may not be 501c3s, but because they're working through the Community Foundation, which is a 501c3, they get all the tax breaks from that. So if anybody wanted to donate to the Washingtonville 5WTC scholarship funds,
They would do it through this organization, and it's a tax deduction for the person who donates it, because they're a 501c3.
right. And then page 17 has some explanation of what, well, they have agency endowment funds and designated funds, donor advised funds, so they have different types of funds broken out that way. And what we would be doing basically is if we get donations, we would have them write the check to the Community Foundation with us as the donor on the check. And then they would collect the monies and keep them there. And they have different funds depending on what you want to do. Generally, they say you want to, if you want to have an endowment and pay out of that endowment, you basically you pay out awards of 4% every year. And that way your endowment stays intact. I talked to her about our situation where if we were to get $500,000 in donations and we would want to put it all towards the library, but still have some left over for, depending on stages that we do the library. If we do this all for capital improvement funds or whatever, she's like, yeah, we do that too. You can certainly just, the minimum amount is $5,000. The minimum suggested amount that you keep in there is like $20,000, something like that. So, but the absolute minimum is like $5,000. So we could really keep the fund going for any type of donations. And the really good thing about it, and she'll go into all this in more detail, I'm sure, but is that if somebody was really an avid library supporter and they had no other family or nobody else to will their estate to, they could will their estate to the library through these people, yeah. So that when the estate goes up for sale, then we would get the proceeds from that, go right into the fund. So it has a lot of good benefits. There is a fee of anywhere from 1% to 2% per year, depending on how much is invested and what you're doing with the money. And she'll go into all that too when we ask her about it. But basically it's nice. And like I said, a lot of these aren't 501c3s, but because they're working through a 501c3, everything is tax deductible for donations. So, and it just frees people up to go, oh, okay, since you're not just donating to a person or the library, you're actually donating the tax breaks for it. So.
Now, is there any other organization like this that we should be investigating also before we make a decision, or are they the only game?
I didn't ask that.
Okay.
One of the things they do is all the paperwork. So really,
So we like that.
we like anybody who wants all the paperwork done.
That's right.
That's
a plus.
And I was initially thinking that there'd have to be like a Goshen Public Library Foundation established or something like that. They do. I have to contact them. They do have. They do work with or do some work with Pine Bush Library, Agency Endowment Fund, Pine Bush Area Public Library. So I want to contact whoever's doing that. She's going to get me the contact information for that for them
You
and
found out
see.
how they went about setting it up?
Yeah, and what they're using it for and things like that.
Right.
So, and she'll be here next week. 2 weeks.
2
talk
weeks
about
from
it.
today.
Yeah.
So we should all study these and then the
Great group.
Elizabeth Rowley,
Wow.
as in Rowley Lumber.
Is there a picture of her in here?
No.
Good
Oh,
for the
maybe,
board directors.
that's her father, though.
It doesn't.
Alright then, so for the next meeting, that's gonna be our reorganization meeting, right, Carol?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So next, what?
Can I answer anything about this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do we know anything about this?
No?
Okay. I was just wondering, the entrance, I'm not sure what they have there, if it's just one lane in.
It's one lane in and one lane out, and there's like a pullover.
Okay,
in
so,
front
so
of the
it'll
building.
continue being one lane in.
Yes,
we can-
and this is where that nuns quarters is, and that'll be removed, and
Right.
they're kind of making an avenue
Okay,
out
so
of it.
there'll be no need to take down the telephone power pole. So, okay.
I don't
It's,
know,
it's a
I-
state highway, and I understand either from Ted Lewis or Paul, maybe you mentioned it, that when you try to, you shouldn't try to change the egress on a state highway. It's
Yeah.
a lot of difficulty
Yeah.
doing that, so
It's a
I think they're
major
trying to
thing.
keep
Yeah,
it
'cause
that
it's
way.
not just the village doesn't get anything to say about that, right?
Right, right.
Well, I do see a curve towards where the fence is falling down. Maybe they're gonna accommodate greater width with using some of that.
It's probably
It's
just
just
gonna
an
widen
exception.
that opening a little bit.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
a little, right, but
Hope the
they're not
state
gonna, you
doesn't
can't move it.
notice.
Yeah, or it might be that it actually is that wide.
Right,
On,
and
on the
and-
road itself, it might actually be that wide.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, and over the years, grass has grown over it and made it look smaller.
Okay, thank
That's what we're going
Usually
with,
the
anyway.
openings like that are like 40 feet, but you don't really see it all.
Yeah. Okay, so next meeting, we're going to have, Elizabeth, you said, Rowley?
Mhm.
She's going to be here, and it's our reorganization meeting. Anything else we need to discuss? So logo, catchphrases for the
Mhm.
library, we're gonna talk about those.
Taglines.
Taglines, sorry, I couldn't remember the
Logos.
word. Anything else? Going once, going twice, you got all that?
I'm sure, yeah. We'll add as we go along.
Well, there you go. Carol, did you get all of that?
Reorganization, visitor of Elizabeth, and tagline.
Yes,
Got it.
Was
I
there
think
more?
that's it, right? And, yes? No? Going once? Okay. There's
The
no
one
privilege of-
following is Alan Berger, right?
Yes, I
Okay.
think so.
That's a biggie.
Well, we have our next meeting, and then we have a work session, and then he's coming at the end of the month,
And
right?
July,
Into July. So our regular
So-
meeting's in 2 weeks, and then,
He'll come to the work session.
okay.
So we're ahead of schedule.
We are.
Because-
We are that close.
Yeah, the
Look at
seeker
that.
Right.
lead agency and the secret
Right.
review was
We
to
did
be in
that.
July, according to this stuff.
Well,
It's July is not that far away.
I know.
No, but still.
So, let's just take what we can get,
You're
right?
right.
You sure are.
Right.
That's, we're 2 days ahead of schedule, I love it. Okay, so I think that's everything, right?
So
Okay, so, can I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I'll make that motion.
Of course you will, Keith, second? And we all in favor?
All right.
All right then, meeting adjourned at 8:19 PM.